No. Oh, his name's Dre.
Dre, that's what it was.
Oh, because he calls him Shao Dre. No Dre.
Who?
Yeah, Dre, Mr. Han. Jackie Chan's character calls him, and my Chinese here is really bad, but it's like Shao Dre or whatever, like Little Dre. But anyway, so like the premise is still the same in my opinion, in terms of what it teaches, but the martial art quote is different. And I think it's really funny, but there's so much that goes into that they put into this in the Karate Kid in the Jaden Smith Karate Kid, that like it was a philosophical thing that could only happen 30 years after the original movie came out, because people in the 80s didn't give two shits about that stuff.
Right.
Like, people didn't know what Kung Fu was in the 80s, barely. Like, fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that was about it. Anyway.
Yeah, it was like Marvel Comics was their exposure to it.
Yeah, everyone back in the 80s was like, karate, kung fu.
Hey, hey guys, here's a thought bomb for you. Here's like a cognitive hazard for you. You realize the 80s is 40 years ago?
Yeah.
That's like poison to the mind, is it not? That'll be like 50 years very soon. Sorry, go on.
50 years incredibly soon.
I don't mean to state the obvious. It just seems like kind of a brain teaser. Is it
no, I mean that's
stupid?
Time is stupid. Where's the time gone?
If I ever read an autobiography, I think the title would be "Isn't Time Stupid?" That's just so good.
It is a very good one. If I read a biography about you, it would also be called "Isn't Time Stupid?"
It's true. It is stupid. I agree.
But,
I concur.
If it comes out to your autobiography, it would be "Isn't Time S?" the letter 2 PID.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it's like okay, so it's the theme is the same. However, one of the things that doesn't get translated over very well, and it's not like, oh, when the Chinese it makes sense. It doesn't. This is just something about kung fu and karate and everything, and how it's a form of it's an expression of movement. Kung fu, when translated, translates itself as effort put in or work put in. So it translates into, and this is like I've given this rant so many times. This is a spiel. Kung fu is literally something that you do over and over again, because that is what the meaning of Kung Fu is. Yeah, it's boxing, it's Shaolin, it's Qigong, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Kung Fu is effort put in. And so with effort put in, that's why things like Dre putting on his jacket, taking off his jacket, putting on his jacket, hanging up the jacket, that muscle movement becomes the basis of his Kung Fu, because it is an expression of movement, specifically of his movement, that's been drilled into his body, that has work put in, that became the foundation of his style. And his style is not Han's style. His style is not, it's specifically his style. And which is so fascinating. And then so you know, and this goes on to like Mr. Miyagi. Obviously, any martial artist will tell you the Bruce Lee quote. I think it's Bruce Lee. That's like, I do not fear a man who's practiced 1,000 kicks once. I fear the man who's practiced one kick 1,000 times, or something like that. Right? Because that person has Kung Fu. That person has effort put in to his art, to his style, to his being. And it's so beautiful in terms of like a martial arts story. Like, you have this boy who struggles with his own identity, and he learns to express himself through martial arts. It hard cut to Bruce Lee talking about how martial arts is an expression and why it's silly to have styles. Anyway, he doesn't say it's silly. He's just saying that they're artificial barriers. Styles, artificial barriers. But and this is, I think, a crazy parallel. This is something I love. So in the original Karate Kid, what move does Daniel use to win the karate tournament?
The crane kick.
Crane kick, correct. Crane kick is one of the pivotal Shaolin animals. A lot of Shaolin will have oftentimes it's snake, dragon, tiger, crane, and depending on who you talk to, it could be mantis, leopard, whatever. But crane is one of those. Yeah, tigress, panda,
Shifu.
damn it, Shifu, whatever the fuck animal he is.
Yeah. He's a red panda. That's what he is. I love that. I actually love that he's a red panda. Because guess what?
A red panda?
Yeah, that's the whole point, is that they're not that different. He's a panda, he's a red panda. That's like the joke, I think, is that they're... Oh. It's like a visual metaphor. But I don't know, I like that. I like Kung Fu Panda a lot. It's a good movie.
It is a very good movie.
That's one that I make an effort to watch whenever it's like, hey, it's like on. Like, oh, awesome. I love this movie.
Nice. Yeah, Kung Fu Panda, also very good. Believing in oneself. Oh, that whole Dragon Warrior thing. Very good. But, okay, so, Crane, one of the Shaolin animals. And you just named, you named a couple more. But
Is
another one that comes up...
Sorry, not to distract from your spiel. I'm curious.
Not necessarily, but I would not put it above someone, or put it like past someone. Thank you. Idioms confuse me. I would not. Idioms confuse this idiot. I wouldn't put it past someone to have a tortoise style, to have a style that draws inspiration from a tortoise. But, so crane, and another very common one is viper, is snake.
Yeah.
And so when Jackie Chan takes Dre up to the mountains, Mr. Han takes Dre up to the mountains, they see a woman doing like a staring contest with a snake, because the woman is doing kind of a training where she empties her body, so the snake follows her.
Yeah.
Because the snake is totally captivated. And the snake becomes the theme of Dre's win, as opposed to the crane being the theme for Daniel's win. And I think that's kind of fascinating. Depending on your style, the crane and snake are very, very, very similar styles. The crane is about kind of drawing back to have explosive power, you know? It's all about those, you know, you step back for your kick, chambered kick, boom, knock him down with a kick. While the snake, in a very similar essence, is about, like, avoiding your enemy as closely as possible, and then striking when it's most opportune. The styles are very similar, and here's the craziest thing that I realized today.
Today? You're today years old.
I'm today years old.
Oh, this is just bonus.
Did you ever watch Legend of the Drunken Master?
No, I don't think so.
Legend of the Drunken Master is a really old Jackie Chan movie.
Okay. Oh wait, I might have seen parts of it. I think we had like a whole unit on Jackie Chan when I was learning about film stuff. It was like a film history thing.
Nice.
Yeah. It's kind of
Legend of Drunken Master. So he plays a character. I believe his Chinese name is like Bei Hong Wong. In the English dub of the movie, he goes by the name Freddy. So he's Freddy Wong, which is fun for any Freddy Wong fans out there. He is practicing Kung Fu at his father's dojo at the beginning of the film. And his aunt happens to also be a Kung Fu master, and she does a crane style. Well, do you know what style Freddy's dad teaches and Freddy uses?
No, what style is it?
A snake style.
Oh, okay.
So, in this crazy parallel world, Mr. Han is literally trying to teach a version of Jackie Chan's older character's martial art in a way.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's like a tied up cinematic universe. I like that.
It's tied in. It's tied in. Oh my god. I watched the movie way back in the day, and I didn't know that he did a snake style. I didn't pay that much attention. I watched Karate Kid a while ago. I do watch it about once a year. Love that movie. Not gonna lie, it's great. I mean, if a martial artist looks at me and says that they don't like that movie, I question their status as a martial artist. As a fighter, no questions. Martial artist, I will question. Because it's like it is the martial artist movie. I don't know how much of a hand Jackie Chan had in it, but whoever wrote it, like, captured the essence of martial arts in the story, which I think didn't necessarily appear in the first one. And the first one was great, but it was also made in '84. Like, it was, you know what I mean? There was a lot less of the philosophy, especially as opposed to the Western audience. So in this fun cinematic tie, we can, like, kind of assume that this Mr. Han is somehow either related by blood or related by style to Jackie Chan's Drunken Master Kid.
Yes. First try.
That was really good, man.
That was pretty good. I could have been faster. I could have been faster. Oh, I'm talking about the dungeon.
Oh, the dungeon, gotcha. I mean, here's the thing. I've done this so many times, and it'll take forever on this dungeon.